giving him the cash, and then he's giving you the gun. Like,
Right.
that's the only reason why he has it priced like that, and nobody fucking buys shit from him. Like, literally, all his guns are like 3 to 5 years old. They all have dust on them. They all, like, he does not clean them. Like, he just sits there and waits for somebody to fucking come up and want, and, you know, he's just basically looking
It's
for
like a house, right? Like he sells guns out of a house.
Yeah, like straight up out of his crib. And he just waits for people that obviously want a gun but don't want to wait online. They don't want to wait for the shipping and everything for online, or they just want to get it right now. For somebody that is inexperienced, that just got their fucking conceal and carry license or whatever, and, you know, they just want to get a gun right now. Like, that would be the place that he would want people to come, because he could just dig you down for fucking extra $150 on a gun that you could have got for fucking $150 cheaper.
Oh, so he'd be fucking getting people who are...
He'd be stanging people.
Unaware of what they're buying, fucking charging them more.
Yeah.
Like hyping up the product.
Hyping up his shit, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'll throw you an extra, you know,
everybody wants to
50 or
product,
50 rounds or 75 rounds," but he'll charge you fucking, like, okay, for a box of 7.62 by 39 ammo, usually it'll be about for you know, for a box of 20 or whatever. It's like, it should be fucking online. It's like $7 or $8, but in store it's like $12 or $13. But he'll sell it for 20.
Right.
Like, man, get the fuck out of here with all that shit. You go to Walmart and get fucking the same steel case 7.62 ammo for fucking almost $10 cheaper.
Right.
And then you want to be like, oh, well, I'll throw in some of these rounds and, oh, it'll be a good deal, this and that. Like, no. That's why I bought all my guns from Zach. Right. Because at a private sale, you can fucking actually get more, and you can get it at a better price. So I'm thinking about selling my SKS and fucking getting an AK.
See how we do. I got 2 sorcery cards. You know what I mean?
Now the real question is...
See what you get.
Creature cards.
Creatures. You're weird, bro. You're weird.
It's because I'm a warrior. They don't really...
And they usually never come in doubles. You know what I mean? They're usually never like a... shapeshifter. That one just falls over. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be careful. Shapeshifters are everywhere.
Dude, I can use these cards to create reality in a weird way. Like, fucking... That's how I can do or create subliminal messages on Facebook, but I don't like doing it because people fall into them. I'm like, today's tarot card reading is, you know.
Well, see, people cheek out about it because
people were believing in my tarot cards, and they're just energy reading cards. They're like Earth energy cards.
Yeah.
But it's called Earth Magic, but they're just energy cards. They're like reading it. Like Summer Solstice is one, like submerged or fucking, rebirth. Just certain words. And fucking people were like falling in like a trance with those things. I'm like, oh man.
Well, you know how easy it is for somebody to do, for people to do that nowadays, just because of the simple fact that we're pretty much in a perpetual fucking trance-like state of reality most of the time, just because a lot of people, like the people that actually can tell the difference between the perpetual trance versus them actually living their life. Like, you can tell the difference between the people that just work all day, do this, do that, take care of their kid, do this, do that, go to bed or whatever, and then you see the people that aren't, or doing the exact opposite. They're going to China, they're going to Rome, they're going across the country, they're going around the world, they're doing all this shit, they're doing all this traveling to get different perspective of reality. Because if you stay in one cycle of reality, you don't expand your reality. It's like you're in this circle and you're just doing your whole life's fucking trance like shit. That's what the government and everybody else is trying to get you to do, just so everybody is separated and everybody is fucking like in a different state of their own reality, thinking, oh well, white people should be the one that be controlling all this shit. Oh no, all you white people are hurting all of us black people, this and that. Just single-minded shit, not really looking at the real cause of what the problem is.
There's a bunch of misdirection on who
yeah,
God
and,
is.
and yeah, and it's a lot. It's not even the fact that a lot of people don't even have the right information, because a lot of people fucking are being misguided and misdirected.
They like preach to like the fake God.
Yeah, being told false information and pretty much worshiping.
So there's false prophets and shit like that.
Yeah.
False prophets leading sheep. Yeah, it's funny that they call fucking like the random people who are not awakened sheep in the Bible.
Yeah. Well,
like fucking the sheep didn't do this, the sheep didn't do that. I'm just laughing. Like they're calling these motherfuckers sheep.
Yeah, dude. Like if what. Oh, dude. Speaking of the Bible and shit, dude. Just the other day when I had AJ. Some Christian church ladies were walking on the block.
Yeah.
And they were trying to go to Deb's house. But I think Deb was at work and nobody was home.
Right.
And I was outside with AJ, and this lady was like talking to me and shit. And she's like, oh, well, I just really think that the Bible can help a lot of people's everyday life and this and that and this and that. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, bitch, let me test your ass real quick just to see if you know what you need to know about this shit, because she trying to sit here acting like she all about it. So I was like, okay. One of my questions was, so over the years of the Bible being made and copied and made and copied and made and copied, how do you know that your message that you are preaching isn't diluted?
Well, how do you know the original version wasn't diluted? Or
Well,
any
say,
version wasn't diluted?
how do you know that? Well,
any version was diluted.
Yeah, say, how do you know that even the actual version that was found and that was supposed to be the quote-unquote Bible, how do you know that that was that?
Well, how do you know it wasn't written by Satan?
Exactly.
Oh, you know
Because
what
that
I
could
mean?
be like the ultimate ploy of how to take over the human races to fucking become his own greatest false prophet.
Satan could be the best author in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He could be fucking J.K. Rowling or fucking Stephen Hawking or not Stephen Hawking, but
Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen King.
Stephen King. Shout out to Stephen King.
Stephen Hawking, R.I.P. Shout out to him too.
He died?
Yeah, Stephen Hawking's dead, bro.
What?
He's dead as fuck.
He found God too. He
Yo, I really think that
he found him on like a scientific level.
Even though low key he was kind of like he wasn't a demon, but he was not a light worker. I mean, he did shit. Like, he was smart as fuck, and he was endowed.
He's something else.
He was endowed. No, doubtably, he was endowed with the smarts of like
a genius.
Of a genius. Well, I'm just trying to figure a word that that angels or that higher authority would use instead of just humans using a word that would describe that. Like, I'm trying to use a word that they would describe genius or just regular endowed smarts. Like, he was endowed with smarts, like with how much of it is, what perception of it he had of it. He was endowed with smarts, but he definitely got manipulated and controlled also by the same government that's all around us, because those are all fucking archangels. Like, they all are possessed by at least one of them. They're not like the fallen archangels. I'm talking about the archangels. I'm talking about the archangels that were fucking that as soon as they fell, and then they were reborn as demons, because as soon as angels fall, as soon as they die or whatever, that's them falling, is the death of them. As soon as they are recreated or whatever, as we put it, as archangels, they were reborn as demons. And then that's where you get Leviathan, that's where you get Balzail and Baal. B-A-A-L.
Yeah, the god.
The
false god. The false god.
The Lord of Lies.
Jezebel's fucking wife.
Husband.
Or Jezebel's husband, yeah, Jezebel's husband. Right? That's the right person. Right, that's the ball we're talking about. Jezebel and Ball.
If it's the Lord of Lies, then that's who I'm talking.
It's Jezebel and Ball, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you ever heard of the Jezebel curse?
Yeah.
That's like the curse of deception.
Yeah.
You're all under the Jezebel curse.
A lot of hoes are under the Jezebel curse. They don't even fucking know it. And they be all saying, "Oh yeah, fuck with this Ouija board and this and that and this and that." Oh yeah.
I convinced my uncle that I know how to fucking put the Jezebel curse on people, and I convinced him that I put it on him, and ever since I did that, he hasn't shown up at fucking in the longest time. But
you know what's really funny?
Dude,
I just saw Joe.
He tries to fucking pull tricks on me and fuck with my head. You know what I mean? So I fucked with his head a little bit. Like fucking, I made him think that I gave him the Jezebel curse.
You know what's really funny though? As soon as you said that, Joe actually stopped by when I had AJ and he was walking and I was just outside smoking a cigarette and fucking he was wearing a fucking black ass wig. Like black, and as soon as you said Jezebel, I'm like, man, you really turned this dude into a bitch because literally he was wearing a long ass wig when I seen him. I'm like, man, dude, why do you have that fucking mop on your fucking head, bro? He's like, oh, I'm just trying to be incognito and shit and blah blah blah. I'm like, of what?
Right.
What do you gotta be incognito about?
You're riding a bike around town, fucking looking like a dumbass.
Right.
All high.
Yeah. I mean, he's smoking bud because he was like, oh, do you want to hit this? I'm like, what's in it? And then he pulls out a little bag with some shake in it, and I was like, let me see that shit. You better not be fucking trying to smoke me about no fucking K2. Boy, I'll fucking blast you. Don't even... don't.
I'm glad those K2 days are over. That shit, K2 is fucking some intense shit, dude. You fucking take a hit and...
Ow.
Fall on the ground.
Yep.
Fucking, dude, that shit's fucking crazy.
For me, this is how I felt every time that I smoked K2. So, here's, I'll do exactly your description. So, as soon as I took that hit, and it took me a couple hits, actually, because I kind of had a tolerance for it.
No, I'm saying this happen every time, but it can.
Literally, I fell, and then my soul was like...
Right.
And then it just gets up and then goes off and does its own thing for a minute. I'm still stuck here.
Right.
And my shit is all the way the fuck over here. This was so hard to
Dude, I took a hit out in the middle of the woods and my uncle fucking left me and I was fucking spooked out. Dude,
I will never smoke K2 in the woods, bro.
I fucking zapped out and then I came to and I'm in the woods and I'm like, what am I doing in the middle of the woods in this little circle?
I will never.
I was in this perfectly circular enclosure, dude, like some tribal shit, fucking by myself. How the fuck did I get here? I teleported by aliens almost. Dude, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? My uncle spooked me out that day, fucking.
Dude, I will never smoke K2 in the woods ever again. I did it one time with Taylor and Jason.
He just left me.
And dude, we were sitting there, we were vibing for a minute, and then I started to feel sick to my stomach. But the only time I felt this sick, and I was super scared. But and I'm normally never scared of hardly anything really. But for this moment, I felt there was just there was a presence. It wasn't good. And I don't know why, but I started feeling sick to my stomach. I'm like, bros, we gotta go. And I started yelling, I started screaming, I started crying and everything. And I was like, bro, I just want to leave. And they're like, nah, man, we're chilling, we're cooling, we are smoking this shit right now, and we're fucking chilling over here. I'm like, nah, G, we gotta go. And we were there for 45 minutes, dude. It was pure torture, dude, because it was fucking Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and fucking just the biggest, baddest of horror films. And then they were just lurking, just creeping around the corner, just waiting for us to really put our guard down real quick.
Right.
So that they could just fucking all of a sudden just used to see a big ass fucking machete just flying through the air and just insta death. that I'm like, bro,
Insta death.
Yeah, like I am not going. And I will never fucking do that shit again. I had that was the worst trip I've ever had when I smoked. Any other time, like the only problems that I had is just like I had seizures, and most of the time I fucking lost who I was. But as soon as I came back, I was like 15 times smarter. Like I did all of that exploring that you did, but my body was put on autopilot while my soul was doing all of that shit behind my back and doing it so that when it comes back, I can take that knowledge that I got, but like in certain parts. Because my soul won't allow me to do that. Like, go on different frames, different perspectives. Like,
I can go into different people now.
See, I can't do that. Just because of the fact of who I am, I can't do that. But the things that I can do is like so.
But it's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
But the things that I can do, that I know I can do, are like so unbelievably like strong. Like moving the wind. Like I can move the wind so fucking good. It's fucking absurd. I can fucking like almost make a tornado like around myself.
I could change the direction of the current.
And I can utilize my own body heat. Like, you know how every person is usually 97 degrees. I can put the whole 97 and still be warm all over my body, but still put the whole 97 degrees in my hand.
Right.
I can channel the heat of the sun from the palm of my hand into the other palm of my hand.
Right.
As long as my hand is facing either towards the sun or towards whatever.
No, I believe it. If your brain can perceive it, the mind can fucking achieve it sometimes.
It's crazy. And my synchronicity is just like, sometimes it's just too on point. I don't like it.
Consecutive?
Yeah, it's too consecutive because like I'll know exactly what's about to happen before it happens, and when I tell people it's gonna happen.
So mine is like fucking. So like I'll pull a card, it'll be like a wizard or something.
No, it's gonna be an energy. Okay.
What'd I say?
Wizard.
What was it? A wizard, right?
Whatever. It's just because you know it's just because you've been around those cards. I bet you if I did the same shit, it'd be fucking damn near similar.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not bad at it. You know what I'm saying?
Creature wizard. Now what was that?
Creature wizard? Yeah, see?
This wizard consulted the Riptide Project about how to further his research. He wasn't prepared for what they told him.
They're cool.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool, you know what I mean?
Well, see,
do you get how you can have like a psychological game with yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Psych Solitaire.
Like trying to beat the next card.
It's like Psych Solitaire, but without so many cards with it.
Like you're always trying to beat your last card, you know what I mean? And you got
to shovel. Or you're always trying to be right with the card that you draw.
Right, yeah, that too. Yeah, I got lucky with the human wizard, you know what I mean? But I've been practicing with black magic a little bit. That was my problem. That's the reason I didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you know anything about that, but that shit's kind of sketchy.
I don't dabble. For me, in the things that I don't really research. It just comes to me like it's like a sudden.
That's how it is with me.
So for me, it's like if I'm learning how to do something, or if I'm trying to figure it out or whatever, I won't Google it, or I won't do anything else like that. And then I haven't been really able to meditate on it either, just because I've just been really slacking on it, to be honest. But it's like a sudden fucking like tap on the forehead, like, and then boom, I know it. I just know it. Like when I know certain things are gonna happen, it's like a boom. Right.
Where do you get your like downloads from? You know what I'm talking about?
I would probably guess that where I couldn't say, but I know who.
I get mine from like multiple places, but one of the places is YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But for me, as soon as my door was opened, as soon as I figured out how to unlock the things that I knew I could do before I knew, like, when I was, it was right. Remember when I was living up on Main Avenue, up in that apartment with Bill, that guy that was doing meth and shit.
Yeah.
He was my teacher. To be really honest, he was
I don't know.
He was my teacher.
I heard a lot of bad things about him.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's done a lot of bad shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why he was my teacher, because after I opened what I could do, because it was really weird. One night, me and him were sitting and we were just chilling, and we were just talking just like this, smoking, and fucking we were doing Xanax and shit and a bunch of other shit, and he was getting me mad. Like, something was just, like, he was saying some shit and he was just pissing me off.
Right.
And the next thing he knew, my oven and his oven, which were in two separate apartments, both of them came on, and both of them turned on to, like, over 400 degrees. He just came on because I was pissed. And I was pissed, and he fucking knew it, and I fucking stomped my foot on the ground, and that's what started him. I stomped my foot on the ground. I was like, fucking stop, dude.
I do that shit sometimes, too.
And fucking, it just, boom, big-ass fluid current, turn the shit on, and fucking, he knew I was pissed. He's seen the fucking oven, he's like...
Yeah, it's mine that produces a flame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the knob has to be turned, and it has to be, like, turned over a little bit to spark it. And then it has to be turned over to turn on. So sometimes I'll just go in there and the motherfucker's turned on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, how the fuck did this fucker just spark itself and then give itself enough gas to stay lit?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It
was like a gas stovetop, but it wasn't the gas part.
No, I know you're talking about the oven.
Yeah.
You're talking about the oven. I'm talking about the gas part.
Oh, okay.
No, I get it. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just something with electricity that does that. But after that, then it was. Then after that, it was kind of the predictions and everything and certain things like that, and then being able to guide feelings like with you when I first told you about how you're gonna fucking, because I told you exactly how you were gonna break down. It was probably a year ago. We were sitting at Mama Joe's, or a year and a half ago. It was before you started really, like, getting into the shits.
Right.
But we were sitting at Mama Joe's, and you asked me the same question. You said, how did you keep yourself so together? I know you smoked it, and I know you got fucked up, but why didn't you freak out? Like, why didn't you go to the psych ward or whatever? And I told you, I was like, bro, this is what's going to happen. The reason why I did this and that, the reason why I didn't freak out is because I didn't keep my door closed. I always kept my door closed.
You told me about this, yeah.
But when I was telling you, I was like, look, if you don't stop, you're gonna keep going to the psych ward, but you're gonna gain so much knowledge that sometimes it's just gonna be too much, and you won't know what to do with it. And now
that's what I got now.
You say now you're starting. You got it now, but you're starting to handle it a little better.
Right.
Knowing that you have that much knowledge, but you just
I got like knowledge to change the world, but it's like who am I gonna tell?
Right. You know who's gonna, and not only that, but who's gonna fucking believe you?
Right. Fucking
besides the people that actually know what the fuck and how to actually phrase what you're talking about.
Right.
Like, they just look at you like you're speaking a different language.
Yeah, I say a little bit of shit on Facebook on like false accounts, but
yeah,
that's about it. Like I'm done. Like,
I'm surprised even Joel's hardly gets the shit. Like, I know his motherfucking ass kind of.
Joel's understands what's going on. Like he, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised. But dude, I'm honestly surprised.
But dude, I'm with him a lot though. Like I coach him real hard.
I know,
hard, you know
I know he's gotten a lot of it from you. But
he's got a big faith in God.
Say my main thing though is that I feel like a lot of it is forced. I think that some of it some of it he's not really like he knows what it is, but he's having a hard time deciphering like when to or like when you give him like a certain task or you say something to him, sometimes it's hard for him to actually give you a response that kind of that makes sense in the situation. Like I feel like he gets it, but I feel like he doesn't get it.
Well, like the thing is like that's what it is. That I pick people who I feel like that want it. They just don't know fucking how to fucking get it. They don't know that they have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody has the key, they just don't realize it. And it's like I just have to enlighten people on how to find their own key. And then once they do that, then it's game over. It's like checkmate for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they don't like.
Then you get to
he don't get it. But like he's following on like my old little games like in puzzles like you know what I mean, like that I used to do. But like I know how to exit it. So like I send him through these little rabbit holes. And then, so I'll have him fucking texting people videos, or you know, he's saying certain number combinations. But it's like it's better than what he would be doing, fucking bouncing around from trap house to trap house. You know what I mean? I was messing with him, but I was keeping him out of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword though, because
it's like Pandora's box.
Yeah, because you can't. Yeah, once you get the knowledge, once you get the shit, like you can't unknow it, like you can't
Right, because now I can't just like leave him alone, you know what I mean?
Now you can't.
I'm like responsible for him, kind of.
I mean, at least like
kind of, you know what I mean?
In the words of newer generation rappers, you would probably call him your son,
right?
Because that's pretty. Until he knows enough to be able for you to leave him alone, but for him to not, you know, fuck up and get back into the things that he was getting into or whatever, for him to be able to go on his own and to be able to have the knowledge that maybe not that you have, but at least have the enlightenment.
Right.
Like, then you can leave him alone. But that's, you know, that's when that's basically like a full ground.
My mom's fucking got it like real hard recently. Fucking, she's been saying like Jesus and fucking God, and she's been like. You know, like fucking damn, like fucking when did you start talking so spiritual, Mom?
Right, yeah. Another reason why I got this fucking tattoo, because it always gives me always lets me read shit.
Right. See, I didn't know Jesus was a fucking like a yogiist or something, and it's like a fucking somebody who does yoga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people who do yoga are all about the chakra system.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean?
So fucking crazy. Oh, you got a cigarette, homie?
Yeah.
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 Good shit. See, the only thing I don't like
you got my lighter?
I got, yeah.
Alright, no, it's all good.
The only thing I don't like about yoga is the fact that, man, I am not, like when I was doing martial arts, yeah, I was that flexible, but like in order for me to get back to being that flexible, I gotta do a whole bunch of shit. I ain't trying to fucking bend my leg and have the back of my heel touch my fucking back of my skull. Shit, I ain't going. But I mean, I'll do some other shit. Like I'll meditate to the point
I was gonna get into yoga.
My body feels like static.
Yeah, dude, I meditate for fucking like sometimes hours at a time.
See, I've been slacking so hard, but every time that I do meditate, though, it's like if I meditate, I have to do it sober. Otherwise, it doesn't work, dude. Like literally, when I meditate, when I'm sober, I actually get visuals in like when my eyes are fully closed and it's dark, and I have to meditate in the dark. I can't meditate during daytime.
Right, yeah, I turn off the lights, so.
Or it has to be really fucking dark.
Yeah, I mean, I got covers on my windows, and I turn off the lights and fucking lay down and channel shit off the internet.
But I have to do it sober because I get more visual. Like, for instance, the one meditation that I do it's like detaching yourself of like negative and repressed feelings, and all I do is simulate like me walking down a gravel road that's pretty much endless that represents my life, and then I have a giant like hiker's fucking backpack or whatever, a giant rucksack or